Hi, I'm Kaylee Klepper.
And I'm Abby Giesling, and we are the youth representatives for the Geauga County Work Group and Geauga Youth Advisory Council. So the community work group consists of representatives from schools and agencies in Geauga County. So that being said, our goal is to create a county-wide framework that addresses the common needs of students.
As a part of the work group, the youth voice is an essential aspect to the decision-making process. Therefore, Abby and I noticed that people in power tend to make decisions for the youth, but don't always ask the youth for their perspective.
I see this as a two-way street, a very valuable two-way street.
So a large part of the problem and what we try to focus on is actually social media. So a lot of bullying comes from there, but then it's also a good way to get the word out because youth nowadays are very social media based.
And I had a flip phone until 2 weeks ago.
So in addition, Kaylee and I spoke at the Ohio School Board Association School Safety Summit on behalf of the community work group to emphasize the importance of youth voice. We decided to make a website that accommodated everything that all the students would need into one resource. So then you don't have the students that are like, well, that's so much work. Like, I don't want to do that. Well, you have everything right here. So if you want help, there's no excuse. Everything is right here.
So that's why we wanted to incorporate a blog and all of the community service and scholarship opportunities so that it would kind of draw students to the website and eventually they would land on what we want them to see.
We held meetings with members of Youth Advisory Council and other students throughout the process to take into consideration what their concerns were.
Right, so that is where we realized that the concerns that they had were the same ones that we have kind of brought up.
To highlight the local youth perspective, we made a video of us asking these leaders a few questions about the concerns the work group strives to fix to show the audience that we are not the only ones who feel this way. Here's what they had to say.
I think that my teachers are very friendly. I really like them all.
Teachers are very close to the children they teach. They're almost sort of like a second parent to them because of how much they interact with them and how much they see them throughout the day. So I think that if teachers sort of knew more about what we're going through, I think that the whole school environment would improve by a lot.
Yes, I do feel comfortable with my teachers. Not all my teachers, I will say, but most of them. And that's very important with me because there's some teachers where we don't have to share the same views, personalities, or whatever, and that's totally fine. It's just, it's so much harder to learn from those teachers because it seems like everything's conflicting with them.
My teachers are like mentors to me. I see them as someone I always can go to, and they're leaders, not just in the school and not just giving me information to obtain, but they're helpful, and if I ever have problems, whether it's schoolwork or outside of schoolwork in my personal life, they're always there to help. But I could see how in today, many students are not as close as I am, and in fact, actually have problems and don't want to go to their teachers.
We only have a voice in our schools as students if we have a large backing behind us. I think we need guidance counselors that do more guiding and less of the academic aspect with the scheduling and the scholarships.
I do know, for example, we have counselors in there that aren't from the school, but I don't know where they're from, how to contact them, or who they are and what they can help with.
You know, they have a lot on their plate and we appreciate all that they do, but it would just be a lot easier for the students to get a hold of what they need when they need it if you didn't have to sit and wait.
You know, I want to get in there and I want to talk to them and ask questions. They're not always available for that.
I think that in order for students to have a voice, I think they need to have a good person to look up to.
I feel like the voice of students is very played up. They act like you have a voice and you have like this whole outreach to go to or anything to voice your opinions, but then when it comes down to it, you're not really taken seriously.
I think that there are more effective ways of communicating issues and problems that need resolved to teenagers.
We want a change.
If you're an adult who makes decisions on behalf of youth, ask yourself if you've ever asked the youth for their perspective.
Thank you.